A very warm good morning to one and all present. Great dreams from great dreamers always transcend. These are lines by a son of a fisherman who dreamt of flying high like the birds in the seashore. And yes, he did. That young son of a fisherman who grew up to write his name in the legacy of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and his thoughts and impact that he has left still lies in the heart of this nation and inspires us to live. On that note, bowing down my respect to the visionaries and great leaders I look up to, I stand here before you as a humble student of learning life. I am for sure that I am not that much of a successful person enough to inspire you or an influential figure enough to help you grow. But I certainly hope and do believe that my experiences and opinions may touch your heart, may help you rethink. You see, character, an individual's character is something which is very much defined by the thoughts and experiences that they go through. But my take on this is that whatever impact that leaves it on you, if you use it for the good purpose, that is going to help people. I would like to tell you my own story. When I used to be on my early school grades, I have been subjected to a lot of bullying, not just verbal, a lot of physical. I've been into a lot of fight, and also I've been caught a lot of racist commentary, a lot of shaming, a lot of isolation. So I had this phase of childhood where it was very traumatizing for me. And it took a lot of time for me to overcome that too. Especially thanks to my family, because especially my grandparents, my grandmother, my grandfather, my mother, especially, who I was very emotionally connected to, my father and my sibling too. They helped me overcome that phase. I still remember at those times when at night I used to wait for my parents to sleep and I used to silently wake up and cry because of the shame and insecurity I felt in myself. But after that experience, what it left in me were three changes. One, that it removed the fear of facing people in me. I had this huge fear whether when I meet a new person, would they try to bully over me? That was removed. Second was that it made me rebellious and give me the confidence enough to talk back. And third was that it gave in me a twisted sense of humor. And why thought that I appreciate in myself is that I decided to use it for me. The fear of facing people had been removed in me, and I decided that I'm going to stand in front of a crowd and pour my heart out. I'm going to speak out. And from that's where I started my journey into elocution and public speaking, which took me till a state level, nominee level, a district champion, and also into schools. The idea of being rebellious that I got, from that's where I started the art of debating, which again got me into achievements. And also the twisted sense of humor that I thought about. I've heard many professional comedians also saying that comedy comes from tragedy. Well, I feel it's true because I am a witness to that. Here I remember that quote from the great Charlie Chaplin. He says that life is tragedy in up close, but comedy in long shot. And I do find that ridiculousness in me and those all events, I'm able to view that humorously now. So these three changes had impacted me, and I just decided to use it for my benefit. In philosophy, in existentialism, it is said that thoughts have a huge impact in decision making. Well, I feel that's right too. Because when I was in my grade 12th, a chemistry teacher of mine had approached me. She said that Nandin, we have an event going to come up. That is clubbing together the inauguration of new students batch and the environment day going to come up. And that's a quite huge event. Are you in for doing this? I was like, ma'am, I'm sure. I was very nervous. I was a newbie into this. I said yes. And I said, ma'am, I'll come prepared. You just tell me the date. She said that Nandin event starts in 40 minutes. I was like, oh, will I be able to do this? But I don't know why. A quick thought just clicked in me and made me say yes. I just went up to stage without any preparation, just poured my heart out. And I guess that worked. Because after that event, as the authorities were impressed, I got selected as the head boy of the institute. That's where the journey of leadership for a span of more than a year came into me. And also the negatives. I'm not at all perfect. I have been to an event with my friends where we were having a huge high score and were going to compete for the finals. And that's when an error happened from me. That was a simple thought of not being careful enough to check the result that got us terminated from the event. From there, I learned one thing, that positive thoughts may be hard to decide, but it will leave an impact lasting. And negative thoughts may be very simple to catch on to, but that is going to break you down. You see, according to various studies, a human mind goes through from 6,000 to 70,000 thoughts in a single day, and a few of them are what actually crack. Once a friend called me, in Nandin, let's go to sports ground. We had having an event. I'm not that good of an athlete, honestly. And the only two cases whether I visit a sports ground is either for hosting or anchoring the event or for eating refreshments. Friend called me, come on Nandin, let's eat full free. I said, it's a deal. I went there. And that's where I saw two friends. This was a very unnotable and simple thing, but that gave me an idea. Two friends were there. Both of them of the same level of athleticism and build and practice. One was very nervous to perform. Other one was ignorant to be nervous. And I got an idea from that there is a difference between being confident and there's a difference between being ignorant to being nervous. And the second is what I use, which personally works for me. I'm not sure if I will be able to deliver something that's really good or what will be the perfect, but I'm sure that I am ignorant to messing up this act. And that has helped me personally in my journey. From my childhood onwards, I have been always interested in reading books. More than cars and video games, for me, what ignited me more were books, and I was always interested in that. And I remember reading an encyclopedia where there was a tale of Dmitri Mendeleev, a chemist, where it is said that he got the idea of periodic table through his dream. I was like, how can you get a thought from a dream? That's a subconscious activity. And that's where I remember the quote, great dreams from great dreamers are transcended, which I mentioned at the beginning. If the thoughts are so deep-rooted and powerful, that can inspire your dreams and help you achieve your dreams through your dreams. A group of individuals or a group of personalities which I look up to a lot are social reformers and visionaries. One of the visionary who inspired me a lot was Saint Kuriakos Elias Chavara. His idea of educating and feeding millions has been proven alive, and the institute that I'm standing here right now is the proof for that. That vision has been able to change the mindset, not of one, but of millions. And that is one thing which I preach to look upon to. If you check out my profile, you can see about it is mentioned that a state level nominee. Well, it is because that I have been to a lot of events, but I have been a person who has missed a lot of opportunities, not intentionally, because it was trashed away from me. Once I got an opportunity for going for a state level event, I was nominated for that, but I couldn't perform. I had once an event where I selected and the finals got to be held in Dubai. That also I unfortunately missed. Third one in Kolkata. I missed all of this because of a health issue I had which spanned for a few months. But all through that, I just kept a simple hope that something better will come up. Something better will show up. Me who felt that they lost not being able to perform myself for state level events and zonal level events. Now a global level TEDx has come to me. I all want you just to believe from my very tiny experience that just keep up the hope and work. Something will crack you through. Something will come for you. And just think, like all these legendary speakers and thinkers, if their thoughts can do so much, what can a single thought of yours change? Thank you so much.